Well, howdy do, Buckaroos. This is Joe Leydon from Cowboys and Indians magazine. And this morning, I am pleased to be talking once again to our old buddy, William Lee Golden. And William Lee, would you please introduce your sons for the folks?
Yeah, I'm William Lee Golden. My son Rusty on my right. He's my oldest son. And my third son is Chris on my left. So I got four boys. Two of them are here with me. We've been playing music and singing together for a long time. And we've been recording together during the pandemic. We decided early on in the pandemic, or I did, I had to turn the TV off and get out of the house. It was too much negative hate and violence coming through the TV. And I felt it was kind of bothering my spirit. And I had to get out of the house and got outside and then allow my thoughts to wander. And all these old songs couldn't get all these old songs out of my mind. It'd be from one old song to another, from my childhood throughout life. And so I got my sons together, said, hey, let's sing these songs. We kept singing songs, and then we sat here at the house singing them around the piano. Then we got Michael Sykes and Ben Isaacs, great producers, and we went up to Ben Isaacs' studio and started recording. We just, first we started singing old gospel songs. Then we went into old traditional classic country songs that I grew up singing as a kid and hearing as a little kid. And but we went and visited those old songs. And during the pandemic, we felt, as we were singing and making music, we felt a healing going on in our lives, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And I went back and started singing these old songs that I sang as a little kid in church. My granddaddy was a fiddle player, and he was a preacher too in his later years. And so we'd sing these old songs, and I took my sons and we'd sing these songs again here and found comfort in these old songs, gospel songs, old country songs, talking about life as it really is. And then I asked them to reach back in their life and songs that you guys were influenced with growing up. Rusty sang John Denver's Country Roads. Chris sang
You Are My Sunshine.
Yeah, Jimmy Davis song. Governor Davis wrote You Are My Sunshine. And Chris's kids sang with him on that. And we all sang together. But then we kept singing, man. We kept singing and recording. But we wound up singing 32 songs and recording 32 songs. And we had one of my best friends was directing cameras. We had video cameras stationary in the studio, and then two guys with handheld cameras going from wherever the director was telling him from Los Angeles. And he was watching 10 monitors in his LA office and had a camera on each guy, had them in this control room hearing everything the producers are saying. And we captured everything we did with video and recording. And since then, we've been doing some, while they're getting it all mixed, we've been doing some music videos for several of these songs. And we now have 15 out of 32 songs or music videos that we've created. Plus, the rest of the songs we have captured on video to use for a documentary of watching the album being recorded. So that's what we've been doing. And we found that we feel a lot better coming out of this thing because we have something positive to show in our life after going through a very negative situation. And so that's what we're just following our visions and making music. That's what brought us to town. That's what brought me to town. I've exposed my sons to music throughout their life. I'd taken to concerts to see rock and roll, to sing classical music, to sing whatever, bluegrass, country,
Broadway.
I took them to see entertainment. And they've been influenced by a lot of music that I exposed them to. But that's how we grow as people. And music has a healing power. And that's what we found in music, the healing mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And so it's been that for our family. And for us, we've captured it all. And now this week is our first week to start sharing it all. And we're releasing a video this week and a single this week. Next week will be that's off of our first album, which is a gospel album. Next week, we'll release a single and a video from our classic country album. That video will be Four Walls, an old
Jim Reeves.
Yeah, an old country song. And but with the harmonies these guys sing with me, man, on these old classic songs, it just gives me chills to sit here and talk about it because it's so good. And we got Aaron McCune to come join Chris and Rusty and myself to sing bass with us. Aaron is out with Daley Vincent right now, but I've known Aaron for a long time. He's a young guy, real young guy, but he's one of the greatest young bass singers that's living today, I say. But and it's been so exciting to have him come in with our family and to join us in singing these classic songs.
Well, 3 albums during lockdown. I mean, you're going to make the rest of us feel pretty much like slackers, William Lee. I mean, you know.
He found time to do another album with the Oak Ridge Boys and write a book in the cracks.
I did 5 major projects within a year.
And,
So
and
I didn't watch any TV, but
with lower 40 or
I did 4 albums, 3 with my boys and 1 with the Oak Ridge Boys. Dave Cobb produced the Oak Ridge Boys album. But and again, man, I wrote an autobiography this past year, and that came out in May. And the Oaks album came out in June. And we're about to start releasing singles, and we've kind of pushed our album release till early in 2022.
Goodness.
So before we release the albums, we're going to be coming with 3 rounds of singles and videos. We've got all these videos for all these songs, music videos. So this week we're releasing Come and Dine. It's an old gospel song that I sang as a little kid when I was 7 and 8 years old, playing guitar, and my sister playing mandolin, and us little kids up there singing that, and everybody else getting to join in church, and the little Pentecostal church that we grew up in. And it was a spirit-filled church. So that's how we felt recording. It took us back to let's sing and be happy. Let's let the Spirit come in, and don't hold nothing. Don't hold your feelings back. Let's sing and play and let it out. So that's what we did. And we've captured all of that. And that's what's starting to release now. This week is our first out of the box. It's Come and Dine. Next week will be 4 Walls. The following week will be the old Hank Williams song called Jambalaya.
Oh, yes.
And anyhow.
Joe, Goodbye Joe.
Goodbye Joe. It's a song about you, right?
There you go, from Louisiana. I'm born in New Orleans, so there you go.
All right.
Well, now, I want want to ask your sons, and I realize this might be asking them to pick their favorite among their children, but on the three albums, which were your favorites?
That's hard for me to say because they all have their own special thing, just like kids do. They're all, I remember, here, we got three kids, one of each. And it's like, it's kind of the same way with the songs. They've all got their own special place and their own special memory. But I love doing the Old Country Church, I think, because my dad got his start singing on his grandfather's radio show called the Old Country Church Hour. And we sang that gospel tune, the Old Country Church. And at the end of it, he starts kind of humming the thing. And man, you can just, I can hear him going back in his mind to when he was a little boy singing that song. Mm-hmm. So that song was really special to me because we do have, my daughter's playing fiddle on it. His granddaddy played the fiddle. He was a fiddle playing holiness preacher that had a radio show down in Bruton, Alabama on WEBJ. But my dad was just a little boy, 10, 11 years old, playing guitar and singing on his granddaddy's radio show with his sister who played the mandolin. So we kind of brought some of those acoustic instruments back out for that song. So that one was really special to me, but they're all special because each one of them is their own little heirloom. It's like a photo album. Which picture is your favorite? When it's your family, they're all your favorite. So that's,
that's right.
Well, now, do you want to talk about your favorites?
I'm really at a loss. I have, they're all really good. I don't have a favorite. That's the best answer I can give. I don't have a favorite. They're all, I'm proud of all the.
Which is your least favorite? No.
The ones that I sing.
Which one? I'm kidding. Oh, I wish they wouldn't have included that one.
Well, we've got 32 more to record.
Oh, we got a lot more to go. Yeah.
And Rusty's not only played piano and occasionally he'd play organ on something, but he also sang baritone harmony with me. And Chris played drums and mandolin and acoustic guitar. And he sang harmony with me too. And then Aaron McCune, who's the young bass singer, that's he's the greatest one living, I think, right now. And
he's a beast.
You would know.
He's and man, he filled our sound out perfect. It's we're all got rich lead singing voices, and I'm a baritone singer. And so with these guys wrapped around my voices with their voices, then Aaron in there, it's a rich blend and a rich harmony sound. So again, Chris played drums and mandolin and all that as well as singing. And then we brought in Steve Henson to play steel guitar, dobro, and slide guitar. And then we brought Bobby Terry. And we had also brought in David Hood from Muscle Shoals, the bass player from down at the Muscle Shoals Sound in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
He's one of the original Swampers.
And he played on people like
Aretha
Franklin,
Otis Redding,
Rolling Stones,
Rod Stewart,
and
everybody.
But and Bob Seger's stuff,
Yeah.
In fact, Rusty sang on the third album. He sang Bob Seger's
Hollywood Nights.
Mm-hmm. And Chris sang Tom Petty's Southern Accent on the third album. And Chris sang on the first album, he sang You Are My Sunshine. Mm-hmm. And then the second album, Rusty sang Country Roads. So the John Denver song. So we went to these old songs that had influenced each of us in our youth and growing up in music. And so that's what we went back to. And we held on to those songs that gave us comfort and excited us as was kids growing up about music.
Now, this is quite a diversity of music, quite a a cross section of songs. I mean, everything from what the Beatles to Hank Williams to what were there some songs you wanted to record that you just couldn't get the rights to?
No, I mean, we can, you can get, if something's been recorded, you don't have to get the rights. You can record it. That's the way it goes in the music business. I mean, you can
still have to buy a
you
license.
you can call the publisher and let them know that you're releasing it, but you don't have to have permission after that song has been recorded one time.
You
and
just have to get a license for it.
That's right. It's not a permission thing.
No.
But these are just, we also wanted to, not only are they songs that we knew had been loved and influenced by, but we were also thinking about the listener, knowing that chances are these are songs that they also grew up singing, loving, hearing, whatever.
Mhm.
Part of the tapestry of the fabric of their life story too, it's like what music is, becomes a part of the tapestry of our life. And that's what these songs are. They're just stuff that they're stepping stones through our life. It might be something that I was going through at a time that I brought these songs. I recorded the old Hank Lachlan song, Send Me the Pillow That You Dream On. Hank used to live out in Houston, I think, but he was from the small town in Alabama that I grew up in. So, but yeah, and I sang, The Four Walls is coming out, not this week, but next week. And that's an old Jim Reeves. I think Farron's cut it. Several people have cut the old songs, but we put our family version to it. And it excited us, and we want to share our excitement with anyone that wants to hear it or feel it.
Well, before I let you go, I know it's a little early, but could you give us just a little taste of your harmonies?
Well, I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
Cowboys and Indians is absolutely one of our favorite magazines, and it has been since it's come out. I remember vividly the first time I ever saw it on a rack, and it's just a high quality, excellent publication, and I wanted to acknowledge that because I really do love it.
Always
We all
glad to hear
do.
from a satisfied customer.
It's been on his coffee table and kitchen table for, I guess, since you put it out. All his walls were always covered in Western art there for a long time. And most of the pictures you see are from taken out west. So he's always had a.
Yeah, that's a classy rag, as they say in the old days. I don't know. Are y'all online now as a magazine?
Oh, yes. In fact,
Yeah.
this will be online in time for the Friday.
But when you came out high quality. I just remember that, the paper,
Mhm.
and I just wanted to acknowledge that. You've got 3 fans of your magazine.
Well, there you go.